Hello and welcome to this R tutorial. So in the previous tutorial, we plotted our dendrogram to find the optimal number of clusters, and the result was 5 clusters. So now in this new step, since we have this optimal number of clusters, we are going to fit the hierarchical clustering algorithm to our data X with obviously 5 clusters. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is to create an object of the H-class class, and actually this is something that we already did. Because if we go back to step 2, here when we wrote dendrogram equals H-classed, then the distance matrix and the word method, we actually created an object of the H-class class. And we're going to do the exact same thing right now. We're going to create the exact same object from the H-class class. So I'm going to copy this line of code, paste it here in step 3, and I'm just going to change the name of the object just to make things nice and clear. So let's replace here dendrogram by HC, and now we have the same object as before, only with a different name. And this actually makes sense because by building a dendrogram, we actually do all the steps of hierarchical clustering, and among all these steps, there is the step in which the algorithm found 5 clusters. So that means that this object contains the information when we have 5 clusters. And so now let's use this object to build our vector of clusters, that is the vector that will tell us which cluster each customer belongs to. And to build this vector, we're going to use one of the methods of the H-class class, which is the cutTree method. So we're going to call our vector of clusters y_hc equals, then we use the cutTree method of the H-class class. So let's type cutTree and then press F1. And then here we see that this method requires 3 arguments. The first argument is tree, and of course it's our dendrogram that we just renamed HC. Then the second argument is k, the number of clusters. So here we input 5, and we will leave the default value for the third parameter. Okay, and now it's interesting to take a step back because actually this method is called cutTree, which is a very well chosen name because indeed we are cutting the tree to take the part of the tree that contains our 5 clusters. So that makes pretty much sense. And now, since we are actually done with fitting hierarchical clustering to our model dataset, let's select this code section here and execute to find our YHC vector of clusters that appears right here. And now if we type in the console YHC here and press enter, we have all the clusters that the hierarchical clustering algorithm assigned to each customer. So for example, customer number 1 belongs to cluster 1, customer number 2 belongs to cluster 2, customer number 106 belongs to cluster 3, and our last customer belongs to cluster 4. Okay, so congratulations, we found the right number of clusters and we fitted correctly the hierarchical clustering to our model dataset. And now, time for fun. In the next tutorial, we will be visualizing our hierarchical clustering results.